I wanted to talk about how the gifts that come from the essence of your soul, the things that make you truly unique, are what I refer to as the little lights of who you are. There's multiple little lights of who you are. And when I tune into them in someone's energy field, I tend to see them as little white lights. And so the interesting thing about this is to think that white light is all of the different colors put together, right? And so whatever your gifts are an amalgamation of different, what you could call sub-frequencies or sub-individual energies of different attributes, characteristics, emotions, energies, things like that, aspects of consciousness. And so your gifts are where there is a concentrated combination of a number of different consciousness aspects that come together to form a white light, or what you could refer to as the genius consciousness of that of God. And so everyone has these little gifts of who they are that come from their soul and actually are God's light diffracting through their soul, through the lensing of their soul, and then coming out in an array of different colors in the perfect picture and painting that is you. And so some of those colors will band together to form those white lights that are your gifts. And those gifts are the gifts of the essence of who you are. And I just thought it was really cool to talk about how the gifts of who you are an amalgamation of different consciousness aspects that result in basically little sparks of God, which are your little genius sparks. Everyone has these little genius sparks, these little gifts that are aspects of God and God genius sparks that are the gifts of your essence. Everyone has these, and it's my passion to help people to identify what these gifts are, these areas of genius are, and then to build one's life out of sharing one's genius with the world, and in fact, illuminating the world with the God sparks that are the genius sparks of the essence of who you are, that are God, made manifest through the little genius bandings, okay? And so, yeah, I like to help people build lives where they're illuminating the world with these little genius sparks that God has given you and are also made of God Himself in the way that He wanted to lens through your particular soul. So imagine if the whole world was lit up by, genius sparks of who you are and who everyone is, and illuminating the world in the brightest way possible. And the best way to illuminate the world is through people funneling their energy of their consciousness, their ideas, how they see the world, how they express to the world, how they go into the world, and they are essentially illuminating the world in the brightest way they can, and the brightest way you can do that is through your particular areas of genius, because your particular areas of genius are white light, and white light will illumine the world in the highest possible way, and it will create the kingdom of heaven on earth through the recognition and self-awareness of the genius aspects of who you are and your little God sparks of genius, your natural talents and gifts of the soul essence of who you are. So the recognition of that, the self-recognition, and then the expression of that, the focusing of that in how you express those genius aspects of the world, and envisioning and designing a life around expressing those genius aspects and sparks of you into the world. So that's my passion, what I like to do, helping you build a life out of purveying your genius aspects to the world and centering your life around that. You could call that your highest divine purpose if you want. I like to say like genius spark creation centeredness, and basically, but yeah, call it your highest possible like dream life, genius spark calling, right? In and you're building your life around your ultimate talents and areas of genius, and you're illuminating the world with those in the way that you provide service to the world through the sharing of your gifts. And so that's what I like to help people do. And then you funnel everything in the way that you think through your particular areas of genius. And so you build your life around this sacred calling, and you build your life, you build your life around this like genius spark funneling calling, right? And so the way that you do this, and so then what comes out of that is that you start to get other ideas for how to support the center of your life that's all funneled around your genius in these beautiful diffracting rays that basically go from like most genius, your white light, to what you could call like lower frequencies that are less resonant with the genius aspects of who you are, that go to the outside of your field. So you can come up with supportive things like supportive community, supportive environments that are most resonant to your genius aspects, to your genius sparks, white light sparks, okay? And then the colors will become, and then all these aspects of your life that are most resonant for you that may be tangentially supportive to your areas of genius. So basically what you do is you make your soul from the inside out centered from the white light to the most colorful, beautiful, tangential, supportive aspects in energy that's resonant with, that's most resonant with like the outer banding of the white light. And then you come out and then there's the most color. And so then your life basically becomes the most beautiful that it could possibly be by you being the flower that's centered in its white light and then has the most beautiful colors coming out of that until it disappears into darker aspects. And so basically like you want to integrate this from the inside out in both how you experience yourself energetically, consciously, knowing thyself, being aware of thyself, what your values are, what your gifts are, the things that make you light up the most, and then envisioning a life externally that's resonant with these things, how you give your gifts, the environments you want to live in, the communities you want to live in, the kind of people that you like the most, the kind of art that you like the most, the kind of colors that you like the most, the style that you like the most. And so the highest ideas that will come from tuning into these energies and resting into these energies that are the energies that are who you truly are, and then a little bit less of who you truly are in support of who you truly are. So we can begin to fill in the gaps of who we truly are by giving supportive experiences that are resonant with like the supportive energies that we need. And this is how we can find complementary partners that are the most supportive and resonant with who they are, even though they may not be perfectly aligned with the light of who we are, because that's our particular area of genius. There are people and places that are going to fill in the gaps and make basically the light of you in your soul and the light of the world that's illumined by the experience of your soul as white as possible, as high frequency as possible, as kingdom on earth as possible. And so, I just wanted to share all this with you because I just thought it was a genius little idea that came through for me. And I wanted to share that, this is what I help people with, building lives around their genius, centered in it, and also supported by the complementary energies and experiences and environments and all that stuff, supportive aspects of reality and experience that's going to support you into flowering open in your most genius, illuminating the kingdom of earth on heaven, of heaven on earth, and then also getting people who are supportive and just lighting up the whole world by doing this with as many people as are resonant with me meeting them in this place and helping them in these ways. So I think I want to keep this video under 10 minutes, and it's probably good to come to the end of it anyways. But so if you want help with this, living the life of your highest dreams, where you're manifesting your gifts into the world and lighting it up as much as possible, which is going to light you up as much as possible, and then coming up with the dream life reality that's like supportive to this central aspect of your genius light, illuminating everything, get at me. I have a Linktree link on my bio and TikTok And also you can direct message me on other social media apps. I help people do this, do all the healing necessary, the mindset upgrades necessary, the self-belief work necessary, the understanding of your gifts necessary, the envisioning of your highest dream life reality, the jobs. Do that. Get at me. This is Johnny Wild De La Soul. Bye-bye.